Imagine a moment when the entire nation was already reeling from an unthinkable tragedy. Tensions were at an all-time high, and the world was watching Dallas. Then, just 2 days later, another shocking event unfolded live on national television, adding another layer of disbelief to an already surreal time. Jack Ruby killed Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin of President John F. Kennedy, primarily out of an intense emotional reaction and a desire to avenge the president's death. Ruby stated that he wanted to spare Jacqueline Kennedy the ordeal of testifying at Oswald's trial, and he believed his act would be seen as heroic. Ruby, whose given name was Jacob Rubenstein, owned several nightclubs in Dallas and had known connections to the local police department. He was described as a volatile and impulsive individual who deeply admired President Kennedy. On that fateful Sunday morning, November 24, 1963, Ruby was at the Dallas Police Department headquarters. He had gone there to send a money order to one of his employees. As Oswald was being transferred from the city jail to the county jail, Ruby managed to slip past security. He stepped forward from the crowd of reporters and police officers and fired a single shot from his .38 caliber revolver into Oswald's abdomen. Oswald died shortly after. Ruby later claimed his actions were spontaneous, driven by patriotism and profound grief. He was also reportedly very upset by a newspaper article he read which depicted President Kennedy's wife, Jacqueline, as grieving. This emotional distress, combined with his impulsive nature and the chaotic environment, culminated in the tragic shooting. His motivations have been intensely scrutinized, but his own testimony consistently pointed to a deeply emotional and personal reaction to the president's assassination. Understanding such a complex historical event requires us to look at the immediate emotional climate and the individual personalities involved. It is important to consider the facts and the widely accepted narratives, while acknowledging that mysteries and questions can persist over time. By focusing on credible sources and first-hand accounts, we can piece together a clearer picture of these pivotal moments. This dramatic public assassination of President Kennedy's killer also inadvertently sealed off a potential pathway to a clearer understanding of the original crime. Without a full trial for Oswald, many questions about his motives and any potential accomplices remained unanswered, fueling decades of speculation and conspiracy theories. Ruby's action, while perhaps intended to bring justice, instead deepened the enigma surrounding President Kennedy's death for many. So, while Jack Ruby's stated reasons for killing Lee Harvey Oswald were rooted in profound grief and a desire for retribution, his impulsive act had far-reaching consequences. It closed a door on a potential public trial for Oswald and, perhaps unintentionally, cemented the Kennedy assassination as one of the most debated and puzzling events in American history. It reminds us of how quickly history can be reshaped by individual actions, especially in moments of great national trauma.